cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead. Trouble behind.
Howdy, brothers and sisters out there in YouTube land. This here's Grateful Panic, and I've got another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be checking out the Real Steel E571. And before we get into that, let's go ahead and get this panic dump out of the way and let you guys check out what I was carrying today. And today, in my pockets, I had the Spyderco Mannix 2 lightweight. And this is a very, very awesome Christmas gift from our good friend and family member, Brother Gonzo, and I really, really appreciate that. I was literally speechless when I opened his box of goodies that included gifts for the entire family, and this was in there. My jaw hit the floor because I've been wanting one of these for quite a while, and if you've watched the two videos that I've done that had this knife in it, you guys know that I've passed up some opportunities and regretted it, and really, really wanted one of these guys. So that was an awesome Christmas gift, Brother Gonzo, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, brother. And also in my pocket was the Great Eastern Cutlery number 85 bullet end jack in African Blackwood. And there's going to be a review of that guy coming up if I don't knock the camera over. And last but not least, my Swiss Army knife carry, the Victorinox Super Tinker. And on my belt today was a new addition, and that is the Buck 110 Lite that my wife gave me for Christmas, and I absolutely love this knife, and I think it's going to be a permanent fixture on my belt. And also on my belt today was the Bark River Knives Ultralight Bushcrafter. And that leads us right up into the What Am I Drinking segment. And today I am drinking on a little bit of the Lagunitas OG, the Lagunitas IPA. And this is probably, I think, the first beer I tried from Lagunitas, and the minute I tried it, I absolutely fell in love with that brewing company. And again, I'm trying to knock the camera right off the tripod, but I guess that means, guys, that it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty and check out this here review knife. And before I get into the meat and taters of this guy, let me go ahead and get the boring stuff out of the way and get you guys some measurements, materials, and a weight. And what we're looking at is we've got a closed length of 4 1/4 inches. We got a overall length of 7.55 inches. We've got a blade length of 3 1/4 inches and a cutting edge of 3 1/4 inches. And before we get into the materials, let's go ahead and get you guys a weight on our fairly trusty, and it's not going to be trusty today. Oh, there it goes. There it goes, guys. Let's go ahead and get you guys a weight. We're looking at 3.9 ounces, and for our friends across the pond, 112 grams. So a very, very light carry. I mean, this is, for the materials that are used in this build, it's a very, very light carry. And speaking of materials, we're looking at a full black wash stainless steel handle, and it's a fully open construction with 2 stainless steel standoffs, and this, I don't really know what you would call it. It's like this pivot tube, or not pivot tube, I'm very sorry, lanyard tube. It's like a a lanyard pin with a hole in the middle that you would put your lanyard through. I really don't know what to call that because I've never quite seen it before. We've got stainless steel, black wash stainless steel hardware all the way around. Black wash stainless steel deep carry pocket clip, and this is kind of odd to me because it is deep carry and it really rides well in the pocket, and you've just got this little bit sticking up, and I'm guessing it's because of this last standoff back here and the hardware. They really couldn't raise that pocket clip up any higher, so it's kind of a low riding deep carry pocket clip, but like I said, it rides really well in the pocket. Let's take a look at this 3 1/4 inch blade, and it is a black wash finish, full flat grind, drop point, and the blade steel is 14C28N Sandvik stainless, and in my opinion, I've said before, that's an excellent budget steel. That's one of my 3 favorites, which are the 14C28N, the CTS BD1, and D2. And as an honorable mention, the 13C27 is a close runner-up, but I much prefer the 14C28N. That's an excellent steel. It is a manual flipper that is riding on phosphor bronze washers. It is a Framelock, and it has this cool little extra feature here. It's kind of like the Hinderer over travel stop, which it functions as that, and it also functions as a secondary lock. And when this lock is engaged, you cannot close the knife, which for all intents and purposes basically renders it a fixed blade, which I think is very cool. And the action is absolutely phenomenal on this guy, especially, which I have absolutely no problem with phosphor bronze washers. I love them. If you're not going to put, and a lot of times they're preferable over bearings, but you know, if you're not going to put bearings on the pivot, you know, throw some phosphor bronze washers on there, because they honestly don't cost that. I mean, it's a fraction of a penny price increase over Teflon washers, and honestly, I do prefer them. Let's see. Oh, and speaking of the pocket clip, it is right hand tip up only, so sorry lefties, no love for you guys. And looking at this full open construction Framelock, I don't know if you guys you can see it a little bit right there, and maybe, no, you can't really see it, but there's some pretty decent milling on the inside of this stainless steel frame, which apparently really goes a long way with weight reduction, because like I said, and like you guys saw, this is a super light knife, less than 4 ounces, and you know, we're looking at full stainless steel construction, so I mean, that's not bad at all. And the designer of this knife, and he's designed several other of the Real Steel knives, and I know I'm gonna butcher this name, but it's, the way it reads is Liang Gang. It could be Liang Gong. I mean, I don't know. It's Liang Gang. And you know, just from what I've seen, he's got some pretty cool designs, because I've seen several of the Real Steel knives that he's designed, and I'm a big fan of them. Looking at this knife, oh, and I forgot to give you guys, no I didn't, but oh yeah I did, I forgot to give you guys a blade thickness. We're looking at 120 thousandths, which is just 5 thousandths under 1/8 of an inch, so that's some, you know, pretty decent blade stock there. And with that full flat grind, I mean, it's it's slicey as crap. I love the full flat grind on this knife, and it is very, very reminiscent of the Ruike P801 and also the Land knife, and I do not remember the model number, but this and the Ruike are both in 1428C or 14C28N, and the Land is in 13C27. So, you know, very comparable, but there is a big, you know, pretty big price difference between this and the Ruike and then the Land. But all three of those knives, in my opinion, are just excellent, excellent budget knives. And even if, I mean, even if you added $5 or $10 to them, I mean, they're great knives. Ergonomically, I mean, this guy fits in your hand like a glove. You got this nice finger groove here, and then a swell that comes up for the rest of your hand, and you've got some jimping that is, I would call this functional jimping, because it grips your thumb pretty daggone well. And you know that, you know, kind of causes you to push the spine or the back of the handle up into your palm, and you've got all this swell for your three fingers to grip on, and it fits just really, really well in your hand. And I absolutely dig it. So opinion wise, this guy it's a really good quality knife. The blade steel is very, very decent for the price. The one drawback or semi-drawback I have on this is the same that I would have on the Ruike and the Land, is this slick stainless steel handle. You don't really have a lot of grip on it, but with this guy, I mean, honestly, with the ergos, I mean, those kind of negate the fact that there's not a lot of grip on the handle. And honestly, this type of knife, I'm not going to be using it in situations where my hands are going to be getting slick and it could potentially slip out of my hands. You know, this is going to be more of a, you know, daily box cutting, opening boxes, opening letters, you know, that type of thing. I'm not going to have it out in the woods batoning or feather sticking or anything like that. I mean, it's just a, you know, good EDC knife that I'm going to use for, you know, daily tasks, and it's going to work perfect. So this guy definitely gets the Grateful Panic seal of approval, which is 1 3/4 thumbs up. So with that being said, guys, I know it's been a while since I've made a video. I kind of just took a break, and we had a very rare situation where me, the wife, and the kid all had 4 days off of everything, and we didn't have to go anywhere, so we were at home. So I just kind of took some time to hang out with the family. I really didn't Facebook or Instagram very much, and I took some time off videos. But it's good. It's really, really good to be back. I did miss making these videos, and I hope you guys all had a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope you got to spend some time with your family, and I hope you really were able to enjoy the reason for the season. And like I said, it's great to be back, guys. It's really good to be making videos again, and I thank you all for your support, for, you know, your subscriptions, your likes, your comments. I'm really, really grateful for all that, guys. And like I said, it's just good to be back with you guys again, and throwing out some content, and hopefully it's something you guys enjoy. So with that being said, guys, this is Grateful Panic signing off. And remember, guys, stay alert, stay alive, and hey, how about do something nice for somebody today? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Driving that train, high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble